like to start off by giving our honor and glory to and Howard by Hashem, Howard Shai by Hashem, Karakadash. I also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Ruel. Also, peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. And we got a Gms Mississippi camp, and we just branched off from the main camp, all right? Just give brothers to allow the spirit to have a free course, all right? It's something I want to get into in the spirit, and the spirit might shift gears, but I wanted to get into how the kingdom been inside of us, all right? Because we go through hell, right? My body is tired, you go through worldly stresses, whether it's emotional, mental, financial, right? And it wears you down, all right? But guess what? You're supposed to have a form of escapism in your mind, all right? And before we get into the scriptures, if a brother can look up the word escapism, because you're going to find out that we're in captivity in the elites. They know exactly how to keep their slaves from rebelling. They give you escapism. They give you entertainment. All right? But we have a righteous escapism. It's this word, man. Right? So this word, it builds you, it feeds into your imagination. It enriches your imagination of the kingdom. So just meditating on the kingdom, or being amongst brothers, that's your escapism. So what I'm saying is we have a world inside our minds that's not receptive to other people. But that's our escapism. That's our happy place. All right?
This is escapism. It says the tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities.
Hey, read that again, Barack.
It says the tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities.
Yeah, it's the tendency to seek distractions and relief from unpleasant realities, man. All right, and how do you do that in this side? You go home and play a video game. You might read a book. You might watch Netflix, or you might watch sports. That's escapism, man. Because this is the unpleasant reality that you're giving your life over to paying bills. You've traded in your freedom, your life currency, your time, your energy, all right, to pay bills, all right, and to chase your kids around, man, all right. But in turn, they at least gave you a distraction, all right. But a lot of us have outgrown that distraction, man, all right. We can't numb to it, man. The clubs, the bars, the women, all right. We're all numb to that now.
We're mature in the spirit, till we know what's more important to us.
Right, because we still deal with it. Right. We still deal with the distraction, but we see that it's just that it's a distraction. All right, but there's a righteous distraction. All right. See what the Most High gave us is the knowledge of His kingdom. All right, but anyway, He gave us a righteous distraction. And then righteous distraction is the knowledge of the kingdom, man. All right, the knowledge of the kingdom. So you can have a sense of happiness or peace, all right, within the knowledge of knowing what's to come. All right, will you hold us up, brother?
Yeah, I am. This is Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Yeah, wear out the saints of the scripture, man. All right, working the hell out of us. It started from 1619, all right, really to 1492, when Christopher Columbus, what's his name, Colombo, yeah, Cristobal, all right, came over here through the transatlantic, and basically, ultimately, that wicked seed grew into conquistadors, the Portuguese and the Spaniards enslaving the northern kingdom, all right? Then you had the British, the Spanish enslaving the southern kingdom, man, the French. That's why I got Jake down there with a fucking Creole accent on New Orleans. All right, so that was the beginning of wearing out the saints of the Most High. The Portuguese were like so-called Brazilians, Asher, right? The Dutch. This is fucking bullshit, man. So we were worn the hell out, man. All right? But you go ahead.
Yeah, and I went into the end of the year on the wear out, and Baal, is the root word. I mean, Baal, to wear out, to wear away, to harass constantly.
We're harassed through his systems. All right, the fact that we're deprived of nutrients in our neighborhoods is a form of harassment. The fact that he's telling you that you're not Israelites, that's a form of harassment. The fact that half of Jacob is on child support. All right, the fact that half of our 1/4 of our nation is gone because of abortion. All right, that's a form of harassment, man. All right, guns in the neighborhood. All right, we being taunted through the media and depicted as criminals. It's a fucking form of harassment, man. All right. You're deprived of a family, man. Don't you know that you're not supposed to be deprived of a family? That you have a most high given right to have a woman and children. Your woman, your children. The fact that they're not even called your woman and your children. You know what I mean? That's a form of harassment, man. All right? Read that again.
To wear out, to harass constantly.
Constantly, man.
That's why Jake called this system a trap.
Right.
Because, Esau put you in these different draconian measures, then you become a product of your own.
And then you got Jake's right. They might not be street dudes, but guess what? They junk food junkies. They're processed food junkies. So yeah, you might not condone the street life. You might be home when the street lights come on, right? You might be at 9 to 5. But guess what you eat when you get off? Some bullshit. Right. All right. Under the age of 44, the #1 cause of death for the so-called black man is gun violence. After the age of 44, the #1 cause of death for the so-called black man is heart attack, heart disease. So if it ain't the streets, it's the diet. That's harassment, man. All right.
And the root word, the etymology of that word, of the law, is to wear out, and I'm just going to skip down to the point. It said to wear out by use up completely.
Yeah, Jake is, what happens is, he drains the milk out of us like we're cows through our labor. And according to the law, all right, and I think this is Leviticus 25th chapter, you become an indentured servant for 6 years. And after the 6 years, you're free. Right. So wait a minute. Where's the retirement being after 70 years in the Bible? Where's the retirement being 62, 65 in the Bible? It tells you that you're an indentured servant for 6 years. All right?
It's constantly moving the retirement age up, so people can't never retire. And even when they do retire, they have to continue to work just to have benefits, medical benefits, and stuff like that.
You got grandparents on the same job that you're working on, and they're working for their grandkids. They're working to make sure their grandkids are stable. All right? Like I said, you're not supposed to be 60, 70 years old on a fucking job, man. You're not enjoying the earth. See, in the kingdom, we're not going to have a big screen TV. In the kingdom, there's not going to be a fucking late night club. You're going to enjoy creation. The Most High created creation to be enjoyed. The planet Earth is the club. All right? That's the entertainment. All right? There is no, you know what the fast food is in the kingdom? And the fast food was in the garden? The fruits. That was the fast food. You can just pluck it off the tree. That was the fast food, man. All right. You know the clubs were these days. See? All right. So in the kingdom, we're going to enjoy the earth.
I'm going to figure that out. This is Daniel 7:25. He shall speak great words against the Most High. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High. They shall interchange times and laws. They shall be given.
He should change the time and laws. We're under the Gregorian calendar. In the ancient world, we were under the Hebrew, the lunar calendar. We knew when there was no moon that that's the new moon. We knew when there was a full moon, it was halfway through the month. The word moon means month. we knew that. Hey, we knew when keep the last Sabbath. The calendar wasn't the sky. The constellations was the calendar. But this nigga gave us the Gregorian calendar, man. It threw everything out of whack, man. That's why everything is out of whack. Farming is out of whack. So even if you eat more plant-based, the fruit and vegetation is deprived of nutrients. This is hell, man. But guess what you have in front of you to distract you? Your fucking phone, man. A TV. A computer, man.
And they shall be given into his hand until the time and the time and dividing them.
It said it should be given into his hand. Isaiah 47:6. 47:6. Might be 46:7. I was wrong.
Which were redeemed on the earth. The elect, and they're singing that song, which is that song of salvation. They're singing his doctrine.
It's Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand.
I was wroth with my people and polluted my inheritance, all right, and given them into thy hand, all right? Because you just read in Daniel that they were given to him. People were given to him, to Esau. So the reason why you have us in your captivity right now and we haven't gone anywhere, we were given to you by Yahweh by Shema Shai. This is equivalent to the Most High giving his mama to the streets. Yeah. And now we're being taken down from them, man. Treated like a damn tool. Alright.
So Deuteronomy 32, 30 NLT. How could one person chase 1,000 of them and two people put 10,000 in flight unless the rock had sold them, unless the Lord Yahweh had given them up?
And we look at Jake in the cities and stuff, he travels throughout America. It's like Jake just got dropped off here. You see Jake walking down the street, Jake going nowhere real fast. It's like Jake just wandering here. Like Jake is really serving a prison sentence. When they depict Jake on a prison yard, right, like in the movies or whatnot, you see Jake playing basketball, Jake lifting weights, Jake may be over there slap boxing some shit. You know what I mean? Jake might be in the corner boxing shit. And what do you see in the hood? Jake playing basketball, Jake lifting weights, so Jake might be fighting, shooting dice. Jake just here existing. Jake has no direction. So what does it show you? That Jake is here serving the sentence. You have Jakes that been in the same hood, in the same city, all their lives. They're like 50, 60 years old, and they've never left that environment. It's one thing to live in the city all your life, but it's another thing to never physically or mentally leave that environment.
I mean, Jake, some years ago, he was like probably 18, 19 at the time. This is Jackson. He said he never been to North Jackson. He grew up in West Jackson.
It's crazy.
You know, that's crazy, man. In a smaller city like this.
I was just gonna say, to give some context, it's a small city. So like that, talk about being institutionalized in your own environment, man. You know?
This Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said I will scatter them into corners.
The Most High said, I said that I would scatter them into corners. Because what the Most High is reiterating, you didn't do nothing special, Esau, Edom. I said that I would do this to these people, man. All right? I said that I would do this to these people, man. All right?
Yep. And it says, I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
The remembrance of us to cease, because we're not described in this world as Israelites. We're called African Americans, blacks. Bywords, exactly, man. It's part of the punishment. When you go to prison, you lose your identity. You have a prison number. Prisoner 8675319. All right? Well, that's our, we call African American, all right, or black, or Hispanic, Native American. That's equivalent to being called prison number 8675319, right? All right? And you might look at us and say, man, how the hell we the chosen people? When we take a celebrity like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and they get convicted of a sentence, right? We see a mug shot, Do they still have that prestigious image about them? They lose that glory about them. But that's what happened with us. All right, those slave trade pictures, those cotton pictures, where we in the field picking cotton, and we're looking at the camera all rough. All right, those are mug shots, man.
Right.
You know, it's a shame. All right.
It was like a humiliation ritual amongst the whole nation for that disobedience. You know, also,
and just thinking about it, what you said is the prison system. The Most High devised this prison sentence for us. Because look at compare the school system. You know, it's the same. Only difference is the kids are free to go home. That's the only difference.
It felt like a prison. It's a pipeline. It's a pipeline.
but notice that the school system, prison system, still got the word system at the end, which goes into a trap. This is all a trap for the nation of Israel. That's due to the covenant that we broke with the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So what he did to us, he made us as a humiliation ritual amongst all of these other nations. We're the translated slave trade. And after slavery too, until this day. And that's why when you see with your limitations, it goes into how we was like the perfection of beauty. You know, we're supposed to be like the joy of the whole earth. That's because we're supposed to set the standard of Yahweh while Yahweh shot. They're given the law, statutes, and commandments. So by breaking that holy covenant, we was now turned as the usual suspects. When you see different videos of Jake getting into crime and things of that sort. But now I see more and more videos coming on my YouTube feed of so-called like black women or just Jakes. They get caught for shoplifting and things of that sort. That's becoming more on my YouTube feed. Now all you see on the coming board are the usual suspects. You know?
And you can tell the devils are watching. They're monitoring our you said that, you know, you might have just watched one video and all of a sudden now they're just popping up on your feed. Like today I had to have a back window replaced in my wife's car. And why the safe light popping up on Instagram? You know, as an ad. You know. So I know that IG is monitoring my phone.
That's why they got your eyes all in the phone. You got your phone watching you. You get all type of information. You looking dead at the phone, dead at the camera. Right. It's like you give yourself up. But no, I've had those same things happen, man. This man has he's running his matrix off of algorithms, man.
Revelation 13 chapter goes to about the use of the beast and most people. And that's how he's speaking through his artificial intelligence. Right. That's part of it.
They that now it's artificial intelligence because it's affecting just about every aspect. I saw, well, it wasn't true, but it looked like it was true. But robots putting down hardwood floor. You know, I'm like, if this is true, you know, it's gonna put Jake and everybody else out of the job. But you know, robot, you can do a whole house in 2 days.
That makes sense that he has technologies that will replace Jake because his goal in his earth is to replace Jake.
Right.
His goal in his earth is to complete. That's why he made 5 Persians. Just to get Jake from the planet Earth. Just wipe out Jake. In one breath, he's saying, no, you're African Americans, you're not the chosen people. But behind closed doors, he's doing everything he can to get you from the Most High. And basically, hey, you get in a revelation of peace of our brethren, you know?
Just to make you all look in spirit, there was an article I came across some time ago from Forbes.com. Just read the title. It says Goldman Sachs predicts 300 million jobs will be lost or degraded by artificial intelligence. So just to show you how this workforce is going to be pretty much switched out with artificial intelligence. Because they look at these robots like they're not going to call off sick. So they're not going to make mistakes on the job, things of that sort. Yeah, they're not going to be stupid. You're not worried about no sexual harassment.
Yeah. Hey, robots still changing out.
This is Revelation 12 verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power Yahweh, and the power of his Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. For the accuser of our brother is cast down.
Because this man has created a whole system of transgression. So the whole thing was, they said amongst themselves in Psalm 83, they said amongst themselves, they said historically speaking, the Israelites' weakness was transgression. So they've created a whole system that calls the 12 tribes of transgression. Through Roman Catholicism, all right, through black culture, through Hispanic culture, all right, through street culture, through feminism. These are systems, these are holes. Alright, these are holes. If you get Isaiah 42 and 22, these are holes, these are traps that he's ensnared us in. Holes and traps of transgression. Okay?
I think that it's a Greek word for accuser. Yeah, categorero, that's where you get category. Now you categorize us in these different sections, you know?
Let's go back to the movie that was talking about.
Stereotypes. Because if you fit into a category and you fell into a trap, he already has the storyline and the script for that character in that category. So if you're a street dude, there's already a storyline for your destiny. If you are a feminist black woman, there's already a storyline for your destiny. If you are a college dude, a military dude, there's already a storyline. He can control your path. If he can fit you into a category that he created, he can control your path, man. You know?
So you see a hood dude, a so-called ghetto guy, you know, on the internet, what's the first thing you're not? Pookie Tyrone.
Yeah.
You see that categorized?
Pookie and Ray Ray.
Pookie and Ray Ray.
Hey, man, my plant man, on the job, we had temp workers come in like every day. And my plant manager was like, man, it's like every temp worker, they look alike, they do the same shit. Because they'll all leave around lunchtime. They'll work and they'll disappear around lunchtime and they'll come back. He was like, man, y'all got the face tats. They all sagging. They all from Jackson. And they do the same shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm directly training them. I'm like, he lying. It's like they got a fucking script they follow, man. It's like they fucking clones.
And those temps talk to each other too.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, because they working for their agents.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they don't like it, you know, they'll go back and say, hey, I don't like it. You know, guys being, yeah, I was there last week. You know, so.
They already know they go up there, fuck around, a couple hours, leave. Yeah, but Jake's sorry. You know what I mean? But the point was, they all had the same fucking face tests and shit. Yeah, you know? All right,
This is Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Robbed and spoiled of what? The knowledge of who you are. I know thou person in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. All right? You're robbed and spoiled. You're robbed and spoiled of self-image. Image, like, this is the word imagination from. Imagination, the root word in imagination is image. So Jake doesn't have an image about himself. That's why Eve will wear blonde hair, Eve will straighten her hair out, bleach her skin. Jake got all these tattoos. Right? Jake has a poor self-image because you're robbed and spoiled of your identity. All right?
There's some spirit who said that because I would see people like that. You see them this week, they got blonde hair. You see them the next week, they got gold hair. You see them the next week. The first thing that comes to my mind is they got an identity problem.
Or something. You know? Remember who you are.
Like back in Isaiah 42:22, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared and holes.
And what are the holes? These different religions, these different philosophies, Christianity, Islam, percenter, feminism, black culture. In a nutshell, it's a hole, it's a snare. It's a hole or a snare for your mind. Your mind is snared, man. All right?
And they are hid in prison houses.
They're hid in prison houses, man. And really the whole Western world is a prison house. really the whole world is a prison house for the 12 tribes. Because the 12 tribes are scattered abroad. So you have blacks, so-called blacks in India. They're called, I forgot, but they're like one of the words that's untouchable. That's one of the five words. All right, the water, bro. But they're in the outskirts of India. All right, you got Jake over there in Israel, Jake over there in different parts of the Middle East and Baghdad. So if you're an Israelite, it's like no matter where you go on the earth, you still have a prison suit on.
That's right. That's part of the curse because it said nowhere, wherever you go, these curses shall follow.
Another word for a curse is really the stigma.
Right.
Because the stigma, I think it's like, if you can look up that word stigma, unless you had some on that, it's like something that sticks to you, man. You know?
The Christians like literally took hold of that.
It's a stigma. I call it the nigga stigma, man. No matter how so-called educated you are, no matter how well put together you are, you got a damn nigga cloud hanging over your head. So, even if you're in the beds, you're still a nigga in the coop, man. No matter how articulate and no matter how well you are in pronouncing your words, you still got that nigga stigma, man.
Stigma, a mark or disgrace associated with a particular circumstance.
Yeah, and the stigma is the curses, man. So we got a stigma of shame on us. So when we move into a nice neighborhood, people might move out. Right. The nigga stigma, man. White flight. Some Texas did this song. People moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of their skin. Not because of the damn curses. Because you got Elon that's dropping in us. But Elon moving to an Edomite neighborhood, they're not going to move out. If Ham moving to a so-called white neighborhood, Edomites not going to move out. But when the 12 tribes move into the Edomite neighborhood, especially the darker kingdom, right, that's a flight for your ass, man.
Right. That's why the scriptures say how the spirit bears witness with our spirit. We are the church of the Most High. That's a spiritual indicator that if these people doing this, when these group of people move into a certain neighborhood, they gotta take flight. We gotta be on those persons. We gotta be those people.
Right.
You know? Yeah, real quick, I got two of them. Lamentations 2:1. How have the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger?
And what is that cloud? It's the curse. It's that nigga stigma hovering over the 12 tribes. It has the northern kingdom looked at as immigrants. You call an immigrant in your own house. All right, the southern kingdom they call a criminal. Right. Northern kingdom called a criminal too. Gad pushed out to a reservation and regressed to a state of depression. Gad is known for being a damn alcoholic. Being an alcoholic is a sign of being depressed. Right. So why is this man depressed? Because he's been a prisoner of his own home. You know?
Old cartoons when they show like that cartoon character go through a bad day, and the dark rain cloud hovering over.
Like when striking.
Yeah, like they're striking and everything.
Man, sometimes I say to myself, I be like, nigga, shit, it's on a long day of work. Shit, you know?
So it says, how have the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remember not his footstool in the days of his anger. Right here with Jeremiah 24, verse 9. It says, and I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt and a curse.
You know what it means to taunt? You know, it was a song. It's something like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a nigga by his toe." That's a taunt. When you taunt somebody, it's though they're in a cage and you're pricking them with a stick. So they do that through their music, through those minstrel shows, or blackface. That's a taunt. Now modern day taunt is really black culture because they've seduced you or bamboozled you into making a damn mockery of your damn self. So Eve is a damn harlot and Jake is a fucking clown. That's why the police got Jake dressed the fucking way as you, man. Purple hair, pink hair, face tats, weird shit. And Eve, she like in 24 hours a day, she dressed like she's selling pussy. Correct me if I'm wrong. You could be like, hey, nah, brother, you stretching it. If I'm not 24 hours a day, and going back to categories, right? You got Megan Thee Stallion, you got Lotto, you got Cardi B, you got Suki, oh my gosh, Sexy Red. they all look like different degrees of escorts.
Right.
You got the $60 escort and a $100 escort. All right, and they 24 hours out the day, the Israelite woman looks like she's soliciting sex, man. All right, but did it not say your wife should be a harlot in the city, in the streets? You know,
And modern example of visual show, Wild Out.
Right.
yeah.
It's the name of it.
Yeah, Wild Out.
And then you can see how Esau set this up for them to go out and look like that in the street. But when they go home, they dress like, they go out with their husbands, they dress, you know, support. You know, but they got all the other women following and drinking of that wine, you know, that delusion.
Right.
And it's a strong delusion.
Like Sierra had this song about her single ladies. Beyonce had a song about all my single ladies. But this bitch married.
Right.
You know, she's a fucking puppet, man. All right. They said you the dog food, but they don't eat the dog food.
Right.
Because they're not gonna get high off their own supply.
Right.
You know, you're culturally not going to get high off your own supply.
Right. Good. So back in Jeremiah 24, verse 9, and I will deliver them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach. And reproach goes to like an expression of a disapproval or disappointment. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. Whole nations not desired. We're not thought about amongst these other nations where they have their different summer meetings and things of that nature. You know, unless it's about destroying us for the war, you know. As far as like let's get into together, having a vantage point within the system, we're not thought about.
Right.
Done. So you know that's why we consider as the last hire, or the first fire, the last hire in the system.
I remember one time I went to like a little job interview, this little job, and they had my name on the list, right? So when I walk in, he might sees me. He look back at the list like that was you know what I mean? Right. So, you know what I'm saying? He looked back at the list like, you know what I mean? But they're going back to the reproach like a disappointment. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, because on my job, we just hired a new guy. He had the name Jeremiah Johnson. You know, that sounded like a J.
Yeah.
But when I saw him on camera, it was anybody. You know, so
Reverse reproach.
yeah. Now, I hadn't really told him he could be a J, you know, but
I went to school with him. I think we all did though. Jake got them biblical names.
right.
Jake got them biblical. You got John, Jeremiah, Jeremy. And then the way you know it's so spiritual, how many Jakes names start with a J? Like how many Jakes do y'all know whose names start with a J? Now, when you hear about most Jakes, the name start with a J, what does the J go back to in the Hebrew? Yeah. So Jake really got Yahweh's name in him, even on this side. You know, if you think about it, because he's like a lot of Jakes.
Right.
A lot of Jake's names start with a J. You know? And a lot of times, it's a derivative of Jeremiah. You know, he might be John, you know, James, Joshua, but basically they have Yah in their name. So, because when they first had this enslaved Jake come to America, they all had Hebrew documented names. So even when you fast forward to 2024, a lot of Jakes have J in their name. The name starts with a J. Go ahead. Because the elder brother Kazak, he was visited by an angel. He'll tell you this. And long story short, the angel was telling him like how many prophets had Yah in their name and how was in their name. And now that I think about it, how many Jakes have J in their name? They have Yah in their name today.
Right.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say the back and corner. If you look at how it's shot, what would his English equivalent name be? It wouldn't be G, it would be Joshua. We just go back to the J.
We all know some Jake's name, Josh.
Right.
We know some Jake's name, Jeremy, Jeremiah, James, Jerome, you know, Jamal. Yep. So, but it all goes back to that J, and that J is a heavy vibration when you go back to the Hebrew. There is no J, it's Yah. And then Yah, that's the first letter of Yahweh's name, man. All right. So showing you that we still people, man. You know, even in the name selection, you know.
All the land.
It used to be a site. I think they pretty much got it where you can't really access it like you used to, called slavevoyages.org, and go to like the so-called African names database. All those Hebrew children that came from the transatlantic slave trade, all Hebrew names. Every name started with Yah. You know, coming from West Africa, going to the different parts of the world. They all had Yah at the beginning.
It says,
It's beautiful.
the second definition.
All right, and they had straight up Hebrew kingdoms in Africa too. It was going to be called like the kingdom of Judah, kingdom of Weedy. I might be mispronouncing it, but it basically went back to Judah and Benjamin. There is no fucking Ashanti. All right, Ghana, that was a Hebrew kingdom. All right, and what happened was they redid the maps because the original maps it said kingdom of Judah, kingdom of Benjamin, things of that nature in 76. So showing you that was going back to Psalm 8, we gotta get Psalm 83. Alright? Going back to Psalm 83. He said, let us cut them off from our nation. This is what that entails. We gotta go back to the maps. They have the evidence of their existence, man. Alright? See, we don't give a fuck about money. We don't give a fuck about material things. We don't give a fuck about none of this shit, man. This is just sustaining us and saying how it's side delivers us. What we care about is the knowledge of who we are, man. But thou art rich. You know? Hey, and all the Israelites are handsome. Alright? And the Israelite women in their natural state, they're beautiful, man. Don't you motherfuckers forget that. You know? The Israelite women, you're beautiful, and the Israelite man, you're handsome. We're classified as gorgeous, man. We're gorgeous people, man. And I don't care if you're dark or light, you got woolly kinky hair, you got straight hair, you're an Israelite, you're beautiful, man. All right, that's part of the captivity. Jay got fucking low or poor self-image, man. All right, because another culture told you who you were, man. All right, that's why Eve had her assets out. That's a sign of a poor self-image. You know why you exposed so much? Because you're empty. You feel empty, man. You feel empty, my nigga. You feel empty. That's why she act like that, man. All right, but the 1/3 of our women, they should be fulfilled. You should be fulfilled with the knowledge of who you are, man.
Like this is Psalms 83, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So you have something called cartography. Cartography is like map making. All right, and long story short, you remade the maps. Now if that's not a devil, you remade the maps to where you renamed the Hebrew kingdom. It showed evidence. Now you have the movie called Tears of the Sun. At the end of the movie, it was basically I want to say that was in Nigeria. Might have been Nigeria or Sierra Leone, but they're basically saying, look, he's a prince from the tribe of Judah. He said that in the movie. Do you remember that? He was like, he's a prince from the tribe of Judah, and they knew they were Israelites, man. They knew they were Israelites, man.
And these devils, man, they so devilish. You know, if you go back and try to pull up a map from 1776 or before, you got to pay for it. You know, you just can't find it. You know, and if you do find it, you can't zoom in, you can't look at it. They got it, you know, blocked to where you have to buy it. You know, so I mean, you know, they still trying to hide it, but you know.
That's why this man gonna take drastic measures, come down and start sleeping. And the implementation with the brink of World War III, he's gonna make moves. Right. So we're already under surveillance. They camping out in front of our houses, in front of our apartments, you know, acting like some commercial vehicle or some shit like that. We know, and you're waiting, but we're waiting. We're waiting on your house shot. Right. We have a defense, man. All right.
Yeah, I was about to.
Now listen, this just shows that he's a carnal being at the end of the day. So he gonna have to tap it back into his blessing, which is his spirit. Right. He can't fight us all spiritually.
Right. Right.
So you gotta tap into his blessing. That's what he's about to do. He said, and then shall I slay my brother Jacob. That's being fulfilled right by now.
Because the most I hit you with a Trojan horse, bro. Because every time a celebrity says who we are, he got to recant what he said.
Right.
And he got to say, I was just playing.
Right.
My bad. We Africans.
Right.
You know, my bad. But for us, we don't have to retract.
Right.
We just say it to the point where it permeated the world. The word permeated the planet Earth. So he doesn't know how to counter the truth with carnality. So he can only attack the people who made the truth. They called them criminals. All right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, the way I look at it, you know, we have won a lot, but we just can't get the payout yet. It's a time period before I can collect on that payout. You know, so you know, hey, and a person that wins the lottery, but like, man, it's a Friday, they gotta wait till Monday. They gonna walk around all weekend chest out, you know, head up, you know, man, I'm going some money, you know, rich or whatever, you know. So that's how I kind of look at it, you know. I laugh at Esau, you know, like, man, your day coming, you know.
That's spiritual sin because the signs of our times.
Right.
We see all the distress going on around the world, earthquakes in many diverse places, you know, the love of many being West Coast, and so forth and so on. And that's showing you that the lotto is on its way.
Right.
Which is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
You know, once Yahweh Shai comes back, hey, that's the lotto, man. We on one.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, we see it.
We're watching our enemy decline. This is not 1969 when our forefather Abba Bivens first came out. This is not 1950. 1950, we was not watching our enemy. We're watching our enemy. So-called white man. With a sign, homeless!
Right.
Help!
Now they talking about doing something about being.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that? Y'all seen that? Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Because they think out there on County Line, Lakeland Drive.
Right.
Like, this your country. You a beggar in your own country. Talk about shame.
Not to mention Philadelphia, San Francisco, all the other cities where they on the block and the different drugs, and they just, you know.
Zombie out.
Right. You walk through there, it's Esau. You see Jack, he might be dealing, giving him, you know, you might see a few on him, but it's mostly Esau. Right.
Because was it pertinent? They came out with the opioids back in the 80s, and it mainly permeated the Edomite market, the suburban areas. People who were really opioid addicts were Edomites.
Right.
And this is how the Most High did it. There's really a war tactic by the Heavenly Father. I speak as a man.
Right.
But you had some injury, right? You got back pain. The Purdue company, they endorsed their product for doctors, right? So now the doctor prescribed you these opioids by way of the company that endorsed them.
Right.
So you get the opioids, but guess what? You become tolerant. So that one dosage that you took at 12 o'clock, now it might not last you at 8 o'clock p.m.
Right.
So instead of taking it 12 o'clock and 8 o'clock, you got to take another one before 8 o'clock.
Right.
So you're going to double up on your doses. So not only are you building a tolerance, now you're building a dependence.
Right.
Well, what happens? You can only get so many increments of it.
Right.
So what happens when the pain comes before the refill? Now you're lined up in the clinic like a fucking addict. All right, but guess who got hit? Edomites. You know?
That's how reversing those curses.
Yeah, you reversing those curses and table turning. Hey, you got the D1 athletes. They all got Edomite women. Your former property has your daughter. We got Edomite women. This ain't. How about that? They don't look like how they did in the 50s. They almost how remolded their body and stuff. You know, they built like Keisha a little bit, but they tight with it, they in shape with it, man. The curses are, hey, your dollar weak.
Right.
You know, your dollar is weak, man.
Right. The house being polluted.
Break that down, brother.
When I say the house being polluted, you look at the cities. You know, you look at their areas, all of it's being polluted now. You know, it's beginning to look like Jacob. You know, the neighborhoods that they put Jacob in.
And then you know what? The way you know another way that you know to add on top of that, your kingdom is on a decline because when your kingdom was on the incline, everybody was going to these big cities, these main grand cities, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. Now what's everybody doing now? They're going right back down south. Nashville, Atlanta, in the woods. Yeah, you're a band lifer. When you were in 3rd grade, 8th grade, your senior year in high school, you did not say, when I grow up, I want to live in a fucking band. So you waking up from your own dream. You know something is about to happen.
This 2 Corinthians
You know?
6 on the first book.
You know your counterparts went to the hierarchy of Esau, you know, they hijacked the blessing. That's why you're on social media complaining now more and more about you haven't had a fair share of things of that sort. And really the reason why you complaining because you struggling now because you really don't care about Jake at the end of the day. It's because you're in this situation as yourself and you're not used to being in this condition. Our people were used to this. You know what I'm saying? Like the Great Depression, when that happened, hey, Jake, it was like another day for them. But for these Edomites that was killing themselves, things of that sort. So how much more when that new vibration comes when this Great Depression happens within the financial collapse of them? You have more and more Edomites, which fulfills the prophecy how your sons and daughters should prophesy, you know, should see visions. More and more Edomites coming out how they see America downfall. How they see more people falling off, jumping off buildings because of the financial collapse. You know, more people coming out with this. Why is this happening within this day of time?
But you know, all the signs are here. The Most High gave you the Roman Empire as like a reference point of the sign of a downfall of a kingdom. Everything decays. There's a moral decay, there's a financial decay, the marriage doesn't work, fidelity is done. What else? Like it's
before Rome fell, they split. You had the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. So fast forward to nowadays, within the New Rome, America, you see a split happening between classes. Like the conservatives, the liberals, the red states, the blue states.
the army thinned out.
The army thinned out, just like ancient Rome. And why do you have movies